Today, I repeat, today, Kasoma Farouk of Uganda is going around the mountain, where we are going to see the cause of the Italian unification. Number one, the contribution of Napoleon I. The contribution of Napoleon I. You remember we have said, though Napoleon I was sent by the directorial government to go and liberate the Italian states from Austria, afterwards he put the Italian states under which country? Under France. But we honor him for one thing in this kind of arrangement. Why we are honoring him? It is said Napoleon Bonaparte promoted the great ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity in the Italian states. By the time they rose up to fight for their unification, they knew about liberty, they knew about equality, and finally Italy got its what? Unification. Because they used the ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity. So the contribution of Napoleon I, though he betrayed the Italians by putting which rule on them? By putting which rule on them? The French rule. But by this time, it led to the promotion of liberty, equality, and fraternity. And this was a great stage in the unification of Italy. Another one, the formation of the Carbonari movement. We are saying today, this was a secret movement formed by the Jacobins in Italy. For the first time, the Jacobins in Italy formed a movement called the Carbonari. Jacobins are never serious. But for the first time, they formed a what? A movement called the Carbonari. They started mobilizing people. Through mobilization, people had to understand the benefits of the unification. And finally, Italy had to get its what? Unification. Because people joined the Carbonari and they had to know the benefits of the what? The unification. Then the emergence of the younger Italy movement. The emergence of the younger Italy what? Movement. I can tell you, the younger Italy movement by Giuseppe, by this time, it moved around towns, mobilizing people to understand the benefits of the struggle. As they understood the benefits of the struggle, it is this that helped Italy to get its what? Unification. Sacrifice in terms of money, sacrifice in terms of everything, until Italy got its what? Unification. So the emergence of the younger Italy what? Movement. Where people are mobilized. Through mobilization, finally Italy got its what? Unification. So we are honoring Giuseppe for his younger Italy movement. Another one, the role of Garibaldi. The role of Garibaldi. I can tell you today, Garibaldi was a great soldier who fought in different wars to liberate the Italian states. I can say Garibaldi, as a nationalist, participated in the 1830 Carbonari uprisings. Through these uprisings, finally Italy had to get its what? Unification. Because Garibaldi was a great soldier who did everything to liberate the different Italian what? States. Sacrifice in terms of money, sacrifice in terms of lives, until a state called Italy got its what? Unification. then the fall of Metternich in 1848. We are saying today, the fall of Metternich. Metternich was a great factor that was delaying the unification of Italy. But as he collapsed in 1848, it is this that helped Italy to get its what? Unification. Because when Metternich collapsed, even the cowards had to join the struggle. Even the cowards had to join the what? The struggle. After realizing that the man they were fearing, Metternich, had already what? Collapsed. So the fall of Metternich in 1848 helped Italy to get its what? Unification. Then the role of the Italian writers and philosophers. We are saying today, the Italian writers and philosophers helped Italy to get its what? Unification. I can tell you, these used the power of the pen. They wrote ideas concerning about to change. Their books were read by so many people. As their books were read by so many people, those who read their books and pamphlets had to know the benefits of the struggle. And this helped Italy to get its what? Unification. Sacrifice in terms of money. Sacrifice in terms of everything until Italy got its what? Unification. So the fall of Metternich, I can tell you. And by this time, I can tell you the role of Charles Albert. Charles Albert, one of the leaders in Piedmont. I can tell you, though he did not help so much in the unification, but we praise him for one thing. In this kind of arrangement, he gave some liberty to people to go ahead and agitate for freedom. And this helped Italy to get its what? Unification. I can tell you it was sacrifice. The role of Emmanuel II. I can tell you Emmanuel II maintained a liberal constitution where people are allowed to talk about issues concerning about the struggle. And it is this that finally made people to join the struggle for unification. Emmanuel even improved on the economy of Piedmont. Mind you, Piedmont was the lead state that led other states in the fight for the unification of Italy. As he improved on the economy, as he improved on transport and communication, this helped the liberators to move from one area to another. And finally, Italy had to get its what? Unification. Another one, the emergence of Count Camillo Cevar. What can I say? Count Camillo Cevar needs to be celebrated. There are some people, when they die, we don't cry. We just celebrate their lives. We are celebrating the life of a man called Count Camillo Cevar. I can tell you, Cevar was a great mobilizer, and he put a lot of resources to see that Italy gets its what? Unification. For example, he founded a newspaper known as Il Zogomento, known as what? They used the newspaper to write articles concerning about the unification. And it is this that finally helped Italy to get its unification. Sacrifice in terms of money, sacrifice in terms of lives, until Italy got its what? Unification. Still, Cevar secured foreign military assistance. As Cevar secured foreign military assistance, the assistance got from other countries were used to liberate different Italian what? States. I can tell you, finally, Italy had to get its unification. Another issue, Cavour in this kind of arrangement was a great mobilizer. Cavour did everything under everything to see that Italy gets its what? Unification. Friends, we are honoring only one man in this room. The man is Count Camillo Cavour. By the way, you can even write his name in your faces to glorify the legacy of a man called Count Camillo Cavour. These are men of records. I can tell you we cannot forget a man called Count Camillo Cavour. Another one, the Orsini incident of 1858. I want you to be attentive on this one. We are saying after the Crimean War, there was a war called the Crimean War. Crimean what? Where nation